Alright, Hazemig here, and welcome to another anime figure desktop show and tell with Naoe Kanetsugu from Samurai Bride. Alright, Samurai Bride, that's the second season, right guys? Okay, so this is the one of my three Naoe Kanetsugu figures, and I'm doing show and tells on all of them, alright? I've already done the Samurai Girls figure, so check that one out. And then now this is the Samurai Bride figure. Okay. I got her from Ami for 7,840 yen. All right, it's an item B and a box B. All right, so there is some kind of damage to the box here. I don't know if that was me or that's how it got to me. I'm not sure. Okay, but I ordered this figure in 2015. All right, it was pre-owned. And this figure was made in 2013, so this one's a little bit newer than the Samurai Girls figure, okay? Like 3 years newer. And now it's 2013, so this figure is about 10 years old, alright? This is so still a vintage figure, is what I would say, alright? Still pretty old, alright? Okay, so, yeah, there you go. Alright, I actually ordered her with another Naoe Kanetsugu figure, is the swimsuit figure. Yeah, so I did a show and tell on the swimsuit figure a while ago. Okay, guys. Okay, so Ami while ago. All right, I'm pretty sure the shipping was a lot. So, okay, so let's check out the box. All right, it's pretty much almost exactly like the Samurai Girls figure box. Okay, it's got this flowery background, but it's got some like squares here in the center. Alright, very kind of Japanese kind of background is what I'm going to say. It's got this 80% window on the front. Would this make a good box figure? Yeah, I think this would make a good box figure if you kind of kept her in there. Maybe you'd have to prop her up a little bit. Alright. Okay, and then yeah, there's a Genko. On the other one, it was a sticker, I think. Yeah, the other one was a sticker. Is this a sticker? Yeah, it's a sticker. Okay, so yeah, there's a Genko sticker there. I do know Genko makes a couple figures, so maybe Penguin Parade is the producer of this figure, but Genko is the one that actually makes it, okay? Okay, it says copyright 2013 down here. Alright, that's when it was released. Penguin Parade down here, alright? Penguin Parade is the one that produces this figure. And this says Hyakka Ryouran Samurai Bride, alright? Samurai Bride was the second season, alright? It's one of my favorite animes, because it's one of the few animes that you could still see boobies in, alright? And then this is Naoe Kanetsugu, alright? Okay, yeah, so I believe Naoe Kanetsugu was a famous Japanese samurai, alright? It was a famous Japanese samurai. Okay, let's take a look. So on this side of the box, you've kind of got like a picture of the figure, pretty much the whole figure almost, and then you've got this kind of 75% window here, or maybe like a 60%. All right, same information from the front, same background, continuing. All right, now you got a picture at the back of the figure on this side, and you can see the continuation of the other one on the other side, and then we've got like a kind of, it's another 60% window here. And then here we've got a full shot of the figure right here. And then a shot of the back of the figure. Alright, it's a little bit different than the Samurai Girls one because this is the Samurai Bride. She's like Super Saiyan 2, right? There's how they have different levels of Super Saiyan. Well, this is like Super Saiyan 2, right? Super Saiyan 2. Okay, and then let's take a look at the top of the box. Alright, it's got the same info. Alright, and it's got a top window too, so it you can shine some light into it. So it does make a good display box is what I'm going to say. Okay, and the bottom has the information on it, alright? It is also a 1/8 ABS and PVC scale figure, alright? 1/8, just like the other one. This one didn't have a sticker on it that said 1/8. You had to actually look on the bottom. So. Actually didn't look at the top or the bottom of the other one too. Okay, let's go unbox her. I don't know if this one has been taken out or not. The last Naoe Kanetsugu figure that I did show and tell on was a cast-off figure. You could actually take her clothes off and everything. Okay, so I don't know what to expect when I take this one out, alright? This one actually costs more than the other one too, so hopefully it'll be better quality. The other one was pretty good quality though. Okay, there's like a kind of tear here in the box, and then it seems like this is supposed to be flat here, but it's rounded. I don't know if it's supposed to be like that, maybe because it was hot or something. It seems like this box is in kind of better condition than the other one though. So, okay, Izumega trying to figure out which one he's going to keep, right? Because these figures take up a lot of space. Okay, before I put the box away, that's what the inside looks like. Alright, it's kind of like that kind of pink flowery background, and it says Samurai Bride in it. Okay. Nice box. One thing I want to say is there's no manual with this one. Maybe it didn't come with it. I'm not sure. The other one came with the manual, so maybe this isn't a cast-off. I'm not sure. Okay, there she is. The Samurai Bride Naoe Kanetsugu, alright. She's the #1 maid, right? That was the thing about that season. Like, she wanted to be the number one maid, alright. Okay, so this is how it assembles. This is actually a little more, I don't know, it seems a little more intricate than the other one, is what I'm gonna say. It's got the base here, alright. The base is flat, by the way, guys. It's got 4 steel pegs coming out of it that go into the foot, alright? So it's a little bit different than the other one. The other one had pegs that actually go into the base, while this one has the pegs already on the base. And then the figure is in one plastic case, and then behind it, in another case, is the hammer, okay? So the other one was just kind of sitting back there type of thing. Alright, I kind of don't like how it mounts. It's literally just sitting there. Like, it could pretty easily just fall down, all right? And if it falls down, it'll just roll off or something. Yeah, not good. That's what I want to say. All right, I have to say, just taking a glance at it, it's a very nice figure, right? It feels like it's a higher quality than the other one, okay? So let's do a quick 360, and then we'll take a closer look at her and start the scrutinization process. This one is a higher dollar than the other one. I paid more for this one, so I'm expecting it to be better, and I think you get what you pay for. Okay, see you in a bit. Okay, so after checking her over, I'll tell you one thing. This is not a cast-off figure, alright? So, and because it's not a cast-off figure, it's a much higher quality looking figure, right? So that's what I thought. All right. So I had actually just looked at the My Figure Collection web pages for these the Samurai Bride and the Samurai Girl figure, and this one didn't show like a cast off. All right. So if you want boobies, get the other one, right? It's okay. This one has no boobies, but you can't see the panties if you take the skirt off. All right. As far as I know, the only thing that comes off, the head comes off because I had to take the plastic off on the head, and then the torso comes off because I had to take, there was actually 2 plastics. There was one underneath here and one here. So whether this one's a cast off or not, I'm not sure. It didn't come with a manual, but from what I saw in the pictures, it's not a cast off, right? And it looks higher quality because it's not a cast off, because you don't have these kind of gaps and stuff where stuff comes apart, okay? Okay, so let's start at the base. Okay, so there's the base. It's kind of this gold kind of, it's an octagonal base, all right? It has 8 sides, all right? I can scatter it right now. It's got gold paint on it, and it's kind of the same kind of flowery background, but this time it's kind of like a black and gold, all right? And it's flat for the most part, all right? Unlike the other one. The other one was like warped. I don't know why. Okay, so definitely the base already an improvement over the other one. Okay, yeah. All right, so let's start looking at the feet. Okay, so definitely the outfits are definitely different. They changed a whole lot between well, they changed a little bit between Samurai Girls and Samurai Bride, right? So this one she looks a little different, is what I'm gonna say. Okay, so she's wearing like a boots instead of like a high heel now. All right, same kind of boot. It's weird. Like the front is like totally flat. It's kind of weird. Like boots aren't really like that, right? They're kind of more pointy, right? And it does have shading. All right, it's gray, and then with like a some kind of shading. It looks kind of like a really light purple shading or something, or bronze, sort of. All right, and the heel is like that same bronze color, sort of. Okay, I mean the sole. All right, you can see, yeah, there's a little kind of jaggy part sticking out there. So gotta gig them for that. All right, they're pretty high boots. All right, they go up just below the knees almost, and they've got 3 buckles on it. All right, in my opinion, the buckles looked a little bit better on their high heels before. Okay. The paint looks just a little bit duller here. All right, it's kind of like a steel color or aluminum color. All right, but it is shaded. It looks nice. All right, paint is real good. So where the boot kind of goes together with the stockings, I can see like a little mark here. All right, I gotta gig them for that. It's not painted so well. That's what I'm gonna say. Okay, let's go take a look at her stockings. All right, she's wearing like the same kind of thigh-high stockings she was wearing before, except this one are white. All right, not black like the last ones. I kind of like the ones last time because they had this nice floral pattern to it. All right, these ones are just kind of white. They're vanilla. So they're vanilla, guys. They're plain looking. All right, you can see that kind of bunch up around the D's. Pretty nice with that molding. It's nice and smooth. All right, I think there is some kind of shading around the knees, very, very subtle. You can barely make it out though. Yeah. Okay. I kind of apologize for a focus, guys, because this figure is like mounted on the very front of the base, so she moves around a whole lot. All right. But anyway, yeah. So the stockings have these kind of black bands around them. All right, and they're not totally painted straight. That's what I'm gonna say. Yeah, you can see it kind of back there and right there, kind of continues on. Okay, but the actual stockings, the white paint for the stockings actually look pretty good. That's what I'm gonna say. Okay, but the stockings, the actual white paint for the stockings actually look really good. All right, and you can't see any gaps between the stockings and where it meets the skin. Okay, so speaking of skin, let's check out that, what they call it, absolute terror field. All right, that's the gap between the skirt and the top of the stockings. All right, there it is. It doesn't quite flare out. Yeah, I don't know, maybe she's more toned in Samurai Bride, but well, yeah, it doesn't quite flare out as much as it did before in the previous figure. All right, but the skin looks really nice. All right, it's perfect. It's not too shiny. It's not too flat. Looks great. All right, you get a little shot of the booty right there. It's just high enough where you can't see the pantsu. All right, just high enough where you can't see the pantsu. You could actually see a little bit of her pantsu on the top here, though. Okay, and then there's her skirt. So this time she's wearing a red plaid pleated skirt. Okay, the other one was like a gray color, is what I'm gonna say, just solid gray. All right, this one has like a little pattern to it. It looks really nice. That's what I'm gonna say. It kind of goes up like that. Over there, maybe the wind is blowing or something. It's that perverted wind, right? Okay, so the one interesting thing about this figure, I'll still talk about it right now, I guess, is that she's wearing armor this time, right? She didn't have any kind of armor. She's wearing this kind of plated armor right here, all right, on her hip, okay? On her right hip, she's got these like 3 plates of armor. They're a gloss color, all right? They're glossy colored, and then there's these kind of bands on them that are like kind of like purple. All right, they look really nice. Paint is really nice, and they're shaded. All right, all the bands got shading, the armor has shading, very nice. Okay, and it's held in place by these buckles. All right, the buckles and straps here. Yeah, pretty cool. Okay, you get a little bit shot of the pantsu right there. Okay, and then she does have an armor on her arms. Let's go take a look at that. It's same colors. All right, this one has 4 plates. All right, or it's got 5 plates. Excuse me. There's 2 on the top and 3 on the bottom. I think the armor looks pretty cool. All right, it looks like a samurai kind of armor. They've been like strategically placed is what I say, on the left arm and the right hip. All right. Okay, and then so let's take a look at the top half, or her top. All right. It looks like very schoolgirl uniform is what I'm gonna say. It's very similar to what she's wearing last time, but it's a red color. All right, so she's got red on the sides. All right, and then black in the center. You can see the folds. The molding looks really nice. The edges are white. The painting looks better than it does before on the other figure, is what I'm going to say. Okay, there's the straps I mentioned, and then it's got like steel buckles. Okay, she's wearing a red tie. It is shaded also. This paint around the collar doesn't look super nice, is what I'm going to say. All right, it looks all right. All right, and then the sleeves are white with red kind of bands around them. You can kind of see into the sleeve a little bit. Okay, the back is all red, and then there's like a seam going down the center. Pretty nice. You can kind of see some bad kind of painting jaggies right here from the strap on the armor in the back. Okay, and then she's wearing some gloves, or kote. So like he's made it to kendo for a couple years, all right? So these are a gauntlet or arm guard or something. Yeah, and that's what it is. Before she was just wearing some fingerless gloves, and now she's got like the whole kote. Okay, and it's shaded black with that kind of it's same shading as the boots, all right, basically. All right, and then there's like a little purple bow right here, I guess. All right, so there's like a protector on top of the knuckles, and then yeah, and then there's the fingerless glove part. She likes the fingerless gloves, that's for sure. Her fingernails are pink. All right. Yep, she's sporting a pink fingernail polish. Okay, sorry, I think that's the best I can get there, I guess. Okay, she's got her arm up on her hip right here. She's wearing the same gloves. But yeah, she's got the pink fingernails. Pretty nice. So let's go talk about the pose real quick, all right? This pose is a little bit different than the other one. The other pose was like a very kind of like sexy kind of pose. This one is a more kind of, she's like smug looking. This one is like a more smug looking pose is all I want to say. All right. The way she's holding the hammer, and then she's got her hip up like that with her arm on there. Yeah, she means like, oh yeah, I'm a badass type of thing, all right? She looks so cool with the armor and stuff. This figure is a lot more kakoi than the other one, all right? Okay, and then let's go take a look at the hammer, all right? So the hammer is a little bit different than the other one, and it looks nicer, all right? So I did make a comment that the center part, the base, and the handle of the hammer didn't look like it was painted so nice. It looked very plasticky. This one is kind of like it's got like a gloss paint finish, right? It's kind of a glossy kind of gray. Yeah, so the paint, doesn't look plasticky anymore, all right, guys? It looks like it's painted. All right, but it's like, yeah, super shiny. It's like kind of like a lacquer, kind of like a lacquer chopsticks or something. Yeah, if you have any of those. It's really shiny. Looks good. Okay, it's got this floral pattern, the gold floral pattern, the same as the one from the base. It's going all the way around here. Let's go look at the head real quick. So the hammer is a little bit different design than the samurai girl's hammer, all right? Because she changed her outfit, all right? Basically. So there's like a top on the other. It looks like a top. That's what it looks like. There's a top, and then there's like the hammer part, right? The flat part. It kind of reminds me of a ball peen hammer, right? Ball peen hammers are kind of like, there's like kind of like a round part, and then there's a flat part, right? This looks like kind of like a door, actually. That's what that looks like. There's a gold floral pattern that goes around the hammer. It looks very nice. All right, and the paint looks great on it, all right? Okay, and it says something here. I don't remember what that says, what that means. All right, and it's got kind of gold accents on it. It's gold over here. It's got a little shading on the gold too. There is a little bit of overspray right here. Or like something. It's like a scratch or something. Like they scratched it and they painted over it. So, but it still looks okay. So the top part it's pointy here. It's like, yeah, it's cone shaped, and it's got these red and gold circles around it. Okay. Oh, I see fingerprint right here. Oh, okay. I don't know if that's me or something. No, that like it's a fingerprint. So they painted it, and then they must have touched it, and they left a fingerprint there. Well, what the heck, man? Yeah, that or somebody touched it with some really greasy fingers. But when I move my fingers over it, it feels like that's part of the paint, guys. So man, I've never seen that before on a figure like that noticeable, right? Yeah, it's like they painted it. Somebody put their finger on it, and it's like there's a fingerprint on it, man. All right, I just noticed that just now. The rest of it looks okay. There's another fingerprint right here. Yeah, that's kind of crazy, right, guys? Yeah, the QC. You know, there's some stuff about this figure. It looks really, really good, and then there's just some weird QC issues that, you know, you would think they wouldn't make those problems. It's kind of errors and stuff, all right? It's kind of crazy, all right? You can also see some red bands going around here on the base of the hammer, and then instead of having that kind of purple cloth wound around it, it's got this kind of like a scarf, sort of, right? It's a white kind of thing. White kind of straps coming off of it, all right? So when you swing it, it moves around and it looks cool. Okay, there's another little door right here, so it's pretty much identical to the other side. Okay, and then yeah, she's got the two ahoge, the cockroach antlers right there, or cockroach antennas, and then yeah, she's got like some bangs and forelocks and stuff going on. There's a lot going on with her. Her hair looks really, really good, man. Lots of hair. She's got lots of hair. It makes me wonder what she would look like with her hair down. She'd look pretty hot. That's what I would say. But yeah, I think the twin tails look cute on her. She's got the 4 bells that she had last time, pretty much the same, and then with the rope. All right, so one thing you'll notice about this figure is, well, if you watch the other video, she doesn't have the rope around her waist, and she doesn't have the gourd on anymore. Okay, so she lost the gourd, but she's got armor now. Okay, okay, but she still does have some ropes tied around her pigtails. All right. And then you've got the golden bells. They don't look as quite golden, or the brass colored, right? They look like they're a little faded, is what I want to say. Okay. One thing I will say about this figure is that somebody had displayed this figure, right? Because I found some dust on it. I had to actually clean it when I was assembling it, if you guys noticed in the video. Okay. Yeah, you can get a nice little booty shot right there. She's got a nice little booty. Okay, and then we take a look at her face. She's got this kind of smug face look on her. All All right, she's got the kind of the yellowish orange eyes, just kind of looking off into the right. And you know, that's kind of her personality. She's one of those smug kind of characters. She's smug, but she's like the comic relief in the show. That's what I'd say. All right. Okay, yeah, the hair is fantastic. It looks really good, man. It looks kind of dynamic too. This pose looks kind of dynamic. Like the wind, I don't know, the wind is like kind of blowing this way, but her hair is going that way, sort of. Or maybe that's because she's tilting her head that way. I don't know, but the pose looks really good. I like both. This, like I said, this one is a kind of more smug looking pose, some say. Okay. Okay, and so that's the end of the show and tell. For, you know, it costs more than the other one. It cost me about like $30 more than the other one, but this one is definitely higher quality than the other one. The paint is better. There's still some kind of weird kind of QC stuff, but yeah, overall this is a better figure. And because it's not a cast off, I think that's what made this a better figure also. Okay, so that just kind of goes to show, you know, sometimes that cast off stuff is not very good. It's nice if you were planned to do the casting off, but you know, not really. Okay, this one is pretty cool because it has the armor. I believe this is the only Naoe Kanetsugu figure that has the Samurai Bride Naoe Kanetsugu. All right, I think the altar one I have is from the Samurai Girls. Okay, so this is the fully powered up Naoe Kanetsugu from Samurai Bride. Okay, yeah, it's really good. The paint is really good. Everything is good, man. The base is flat, you know. The base looks better. The hammer looks better. Okay, except for those fingerprints that I found. I can't believe it. That's a freaking figure. All right, the skin looks excellent. Yeah, man, I like it. So the verdict is out. Which one Hades Vega is gonna keep? You know, I still kind of like all of them. You know, if I could keep them all, but I'm just kind of running out of space. You know. Yeah. Okay, so I'll do some 360s and close-ups, and that's the end of the video. Thanks for watching. I will put the links to my other Naoe Kanetsugu videos, show and tell videos, at the end of the video, right, if you want to watch. I do have another Penguin Parade one, all right? Same scale and everything, but it's the one, that's the one I kept on comparing with, because I just did the video on that one for the Samurai Girls one, okay? So that's the one from the previous season. Okay, and that one is a cast-off figure, but I don't cast it off. All right, sorry, no boobies for you. Okay, yeah, and also I will be doing one on the altar Naoe Kanetsugu, and Hades Vega is a big fan of altar, so I'm probably gonna keep that one. All right, so but we'll find out when I do the show and tell. All right, thanks for watching.